Namaste, friends. Good morning to everyone. With the divine blessings of our dear Master Patriji and the higher masters, we are here for another beautiful session with Bindu Bodhanapu from UK, who's going to talk about abundance. And we had a first session with her uh, in which she spoke about abundance. And this is the continuation of that session. And let us all invite Ms. Bindu Udanapu to this session. Bindu is a chartered accountant by profession, but working in IT as a change manager for a retailer in the UK. That's a physical part of the life. But spiritually, her journey into meditation started over a year ago, and this is when she realized the true purpose of her life. Bindu is a certified transformational life coach, money workshop leader, property and wealth coach, life coach, NLP certified life coach. And her passion is on working in law of attraction, and she's a certified life coach in law of attraction and a Ho'oponopono practitioner and a theta healer. She wears many feathers in her hat, and she's here to share her knowledge, her experience with how we can make our life abundant, both physically and spiritually. And let us all welcome Ms. Bindu to this session. And over to you, madam, for the session is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Kumari, ma'am. Namaste, friends. Good morning to you all. It's wonderful to be again here today. So we are continuing from last week, so where we call this topic as the alchemy of abundance, because this is us. We have that power to change in our life. We create our own reality. So the alchemy of abundance is all about how we can change our life and bring in that, be that magic and create that abundance in our life. So again, going back from part one, now we're going into part two. In part one, we spoke about what is abundance and what is prosperity. We understood what's the difference between abundance and prosperity, because very commonly they are used very synonymously, but in fact they're not the same. So we did understand the difference, and then we went along speaking about what are abundance codes and what is the programming that we have from our childhood right up till now. How can we decode that? So we spoke about all that. So let's now dive in. Let's now talk about what are the principles we follow to create abundance in our life. So it's going to be a wonderful session again. So let's all learn those principles. I'm just going to share my screen and walk you through what are those principles that we would need to follow. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I hope you all can see it. So we last week we did speak about the emotional. How does emotions control us? We spoke about the universal laws, because the understanding of universal laws is extremely important. Without understanding of universal laws, whatever we are trying to do, we do see that they are not working. It's purely because we are not having a good grip or understanding of those universal laws. So we spoke about universal laws. What is abundance, and what is energy? What is law of attraction, and what is law of vibration? What is law of frequency? And we did also look at the emotional scale. Where are we vibrating at? Are we vibrating at a higher vibration? Are we lower vibrating at a lower vibration? So we spoke about all that. So today, let's dive in and look at the principles that to create abundance in life. So the principles to attract abundance, basically. So let's first look into the first principle I like to talk about today is the power of thoughts. We all know that we create our own reality. How do we create our own reality? Is through our thoughts. So we need to understand what are the thoughts that we are thinking. What kind of thoughts are they? Are they empowering thought? Are they disempowering thoughts? Based on those thoughts, that is what makes us either happy or sad. It makes us either successful or it can make us a failure in life, right? So we create a reality based on our thoughts. Every thought, based on neuroscience, every thought that we are actually thinking is actually changing the chemical reaction in our body. So based on what we are being happy, so it just releases this happy hormones in our body. If we are sad, it really, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, and we see that heart is beating really fast, the saliva secretions are reduced, and you know um, you're really anxious when you're really sad. So this is something that we got to remember. Every thought we are thinking is actually creating a destiny. And what is that? When we think of something disempowering, where is that energy going in? Based on quantum physics, neuroscience, and law of attraction, chemically, biologically, and neurologically, we are actually creating our reality with a thought. So this is something we got to be very careful of. What are we thinking? Just be mindful. Just think. Anytime you get a thought which is not empowering, just flip it with which is not empowering, just flip it with a positive thought. So this is some little tips and tools. We will go into that maybe in another session, but this is something you got to remember. When you think about very empowering thoughts, think in the lines of your body, and think in the lines of how you're creating that emotional electromagnetic signature into the universe. When you're happy, you're sending out that happy signature into the universe. So what do you attract? You attract positivity, you attract abundance. So this is something really important to listen. Surround yourself with very positive people in your life. Surround yourself with empowering thoughts. Surround yourself with good people, or somebody who's got those high vibrations. Maybe it could be reading a book, or it could be listening to a seminar, it could be anything, but make sure that you are in that high vibration all the time, right? So the next thing, so when we spoke about thoughts, now this is the time to think, what are the thoughts related to? What kind of, now it's a mindset, right? What is your mindset like? Are you in a scarcity mindset? Are you having an abundant mindset? So this is so important. When you're thinking in terms of greed, lack, hatred, you are in that scarcity mindset. That is something so important, because again, we're talking in terms of law of attraction, neuroscience, and quantum physics. So when you're in terms of greed, lack, and scarcity, think what's happening in your body. You're shrinking because you're so angry. You're because you're greedy. What is the kind of signature you're sending out? So just think of that lines. So when you're having that scarcity mindset, you know you will not be able to bring in abundance into your life. Just make sure when you, whatever you have, just try to share with other people. It can be anything. It can be money, it can be knowledge, it can be your time, it can be anything. So when somebody with a positive or an abundant mindset always thinks on these lines, whatever you have, you try to share with other people, right? So this is something for you to remember all the time. Just whenever you're thinking of a thought, just think of in these two lines. Am I having a positive mindset towards that thought? Or am I having a Scarcity mindset, that will tell you where exactly you're vibrating, because we did look at that emotional scale. Where are you vibrating it? Because I'm just going to talk to you only on the basis of neuroscience, law of attraction, and quantum physics. So that will tell you where exactly you're vibrating, right? So this is something for you to remember. Now, most important thing. So now we're talking about bringing in abundance into our life. So one important principle to remember, or something to really implement, is discovering yourself. Right? The reason I say discovering yourself means find your passion. So right from our growing age, from childhood to adolescence and to an adulthood, we do have many passions in life, but many passions we might not be able to have fulfilled. What is a passion? Passion is an interest towards doing something, right? So if you have a passion or an interest towards something, what are your feelings towards it? You're happy, you're joyful, you put in that time and energy. When you do something, it's giving you happiness, right? If it's a passion, it should give you happiness. But this is something you've got to remember. Passion is something that gives you happiness. So, to discover yourself means try to find your passion. What is your passion? For example, many people might like art. Some people might be good at writing. They might want to be an author when they're young, but then we end up doing something very different. You might go into IT, or you could become a doctor. You could become anything, but that might not be your passion. So it's very important that we understand or discover ourselves and understand the true purpose of a life, they say, is something to find our passion. So, what is a passion? So, it can be anything. For me, I discovered the purpose of my life is to spread the knowledge of meditation and neuroscience and quantum physics to the world. So that is why I became a life coach, because this is a career that will help me to empower other people, tell them about and propagate about neuroscience and meditation, because I want to spread, because this is where I've come from. So meditation is something that's helped me to discover my true self. So this is how I came to discover the true purpose of my life and where is my passion lying. So in the same way, you could do it. You might want to be an author. You might be want to be a singer. It's never too late, friends, to discover your interest and your passion. So try to discover that. Once you start discovering what your true passion is, your interest, where your interest lies, this is when you will see abundance will flowing into you. So again, we said abundance does not actually mean wealth. It can be joy, happiness, contentment, fulfillment, right? So when you're doing something with your passion, you will automatically see that happiness and joy within yourself, right? So this is why I'm saying discovering yourself is one of the principles to bring in abundance. So I just like to add this beautiful quote by Richard Branson, who is again a very famous entrepreneur. So Richard Branson says, "I never went into business to make money. But I have found that if I have fun, money will come." So this is exactly what I told you. So when you try to venture out, if you are passionate about something, maybe anything, stitching, drawing, painting, it could be interior designing, it could be anything. When you do something with passion and love, you don't have to worry about money. Money will automatically flow in. It's purely because of what you are emitting. You're emitting out happiness, joy, and contentment, right? So, abundance, wealth will automatically follow that. So, this is something we just need to remember. And the next principle is giving without expectation. So, giving without expectation means, whatever you have, give it to people without expecting anything in return. Give them unconditionally. right? So here, it might not be money, as I said, it might not, it can be time, it can give knowledge, so whatever. So here I'm talking to you today, I've read so many books, I'm coming and sharing my knowledge with you. So likewise, this is just an example. So it might not be money, it can be money, but it definitely not might not be money. But you can give your time, you can give your knowledge, you can share what you have. So this is give to people without expecting anything. When you're giving to people without expecting, just think, how do you feel? You feel happy, right? You feel joyful, you feel elevated. What is your state of being at that time when you give something to people? You feel so contented, you're so happy, you're so joyful. So when we send out this sort of emotional electromagnetic signature into the universe, you will again bring in abundance. Okay, so giving without expectation is another great principle to bring in abundance into our life. Another principle, which I put it in a form of a quote here: as fast as each opportunity presents itself, use it. No matter how tiny an opportunity it may be, use it. So, when we are trying to create abundance or welcome abundance in your life, universe always try to communicate to us. It will show you ways. When you aspire to do something, universe always conspires to give you what you want, right? But then it's all hidden. It might come to you in a form of a small opportunity, it can come to you in the form of a big opportunity, never mind. Even it is the smallest of the smallest opportunity that comes your way, take it, don't lose it. Never discard it saying, okay, it's a very small opportunity, I might get a bigger opportunity. Bigger opportunities will definitely come your way, but even if it's a small opportunity, just grab it. You never know, that could be this tiny door to the world of abundance, right? So it's so important to remember, every opportunity that comes your way, take it, don't discard it. So this is another principle how we can create abundance and welcome abundance into your life. The next principle is clarity of mind. Clarity of mind is equal to abundance. So, what is that exactly you want in life? Just making sure you are clear about your intention. There's so many books written by various authors. One of the authors is Dr. Wayne Dyer, who talks about the power of intent. You have to be really clear about what you want in life. This is where the clarity of mind comes in, clarity of thought comes in. So you can't be thinking of something right now and then at the same time thinking about something completely different. You cannot think of being an engineer and then equally think about being a doctor. It's completely different, right? So have the clarity of mind. What is that you want in life? Just first of all, just be clear with your own self. What is that I want? So once you're clear about what you want, when you focus your energy into that, you will obviously see that it will start manifesting. And that is when you will automatically bring in abundance, right? So this is so important because we're talking in terms of energy. So where attention, quantum physics says, where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation begins, right? So it's so important for you to have the clarity of mind to put your focus on what you want, right? So this is again very important to remember. And another principle to create abundance or to manifest anything in your life is your clarity of mind and thought. The next principle is the flow of happiness and abundance will manifest when you have reached the deepest level of yourself. So, again, a beautiful quote by Deepak Chopra. So, this basically ties in with what is that? It's only when you go into a deeper level of yourself through meditations. How do we reach to a deeper self of ourselves? Is through meditation. So when you start meditating, you all know, we all, we are all from PSSM, so you all know, so meditation is the only way to go within, right? So when you start meditating, you will have that flow of happiness, right? What happens when you have that flow of happiness coming into you? And what is that signature you're sending out? Again, abundance will just flow in. So I'm just trying to relate everything to quantum physics, neuroscience, and law of attraction, because this is where we fail in life. Because many people do say that I don't believe in law of attraction because it fails. It never fails. Universal laws never fails. It is us who does not have that understanding on the universal laws, and we set ourselves to fail because of the lack of understanding, right? So meditation, another gateway to go into abundance, is meditation. So when you go within every day, try to spend time with your own self. It's only when you spend time with your own self through meditation you will discover your true self. What is that you want in life? You will discover your true purpose when you come into meditation. So once you are meditating, obviously, you know, I don't need to tell you the benefits of meditation, happiness, joy, contentment, all this will flow in. Once it's all flowing in, abundance is something that is a byproduct. Abundance just becomes a byproduct of doing meditation. So this is again a great principle, but again, this is something we all know, but we tend to not link it to the the impact of doing meditation is so wide that we have so many benefits for meditation, right? And self love is a great way to abundance. This self love is such a beautiful topic, and I can start speaking on this for hours, but self love is something so important. So what is self love? Self love means loving yourself unconditionally, right? Self love is something, what happens in life, we have an identity based on um, other people's views. So when somebody says we are intelligent, we feel intelligent. When somebody says we are stupid, we feel stupid. But that is not what it is. We are we have that infinite potential in ourselves, but then we tend to not acknowledge that. It's only through meditation and going into our subconscious mind we kind of discover everything. But then again, firstly, self love means loving ourselves unconditionally. How do we practice self love? Again, being with your own self, doing something that you like. Put yourself first. Self love is sanity, it's not a vanity. So the people mistaken self love as it's kind of a selfish thing, but it's not a selfish thing, it is a sanity. You really need to love yourself first. Only when your cup is full you can give that out to others, right? When your cup is empty, you cannot pour anything to others. It's only when you start loving yourself unconditionally that is when you can give out love to other people. So love yourself first. Don't be hesitant to say no to people. If there is something that you do not like to do and you're doing only because you're trying to make other people happy, but you're trying to make yourself sad, you know just say no. Don't be hesitant to say no. Just say no. Say no without hesitation to everyone. And don't put yourself down. Just have that self-worth. We did look at the emotional scale last week. Where is self-love? Where is self-worth or lack of self-worth? It's vibrating at the lowest level in the emotional scale. So it's so important to remember loving ourselves first, putting ourselves first, is so important. Discover your true worth. You are worth, infinite. So just remember that. And speak to yourself compassionately. Don't think that, oh, I cannot do this. Don't think that, don't put yourself down when you, it's only when you start comparing yourself with other people, it's very, it just comes out automatically, because we are in this competitive world and we try to compare everything what we have with other people. Let's not do that, friends, because we are worth, just believe in your self-worth. You are worthy, you are worthy of everything. So let's believe in that first, right? Let's believe we are worthy of everything, right? It's only when you feel worthy, that is when you will attract everything in life. We looked at it last time. Self worth is vibrating. Lack of self worth is vibrating at the very, very low scale on the emotional scale when we looked at it last time. Just remember, this is why we're talking about self love. Is such an important topic, because we think that we are not worth anything in comparison with other people. I think what we have to do is stop comparing ourselves with other people. Let's love ourselves first, unconditionally, regardless of how we look. We kind of get misguided and misled in comparing ourselves with people. Either I'm tall or I'm short, I'm fat. Let's not compare, or let's not set ourselves to some sort of a benchmark. Just let's love ourselves unconditionally. So if once you start loving yourself unconditionally, you will see there's so much of abundance that starts flowing into you in terms of happiness, joy, contentment, right? Fulfillment. All these attributes are related to abundance. So this is when you will see everything attracting to you. Once you start feeling abundant in your life, wealth, prosperity is a byproduct that will automatically follow you, right? So, challenge to opportunity. So, very next principle to follow and believe in is challenge to opportunity. So, we spoke about law of allowing, universal law of allowing last time, right? Let the universe deliver what it needs to deliver. So, sometimes we are very hesitant, we are very we are resistant to that, right? Sometimes, because we know that we create our own reality, everything is a part of our own action that's attracting us, right? It goes into, because we spoke about energy. Every thought is energetic. It goes into the universe, and it matches the right frequency, and it goes with the right vibration, and it manifests somewhere, right? So now, in the same way, so law of allowing will bring in those incidents or those events back into us, right? Thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. So what are we thinking? We bring them back. So in the same way, so the universe is trying to give you something. Just allow it, because it's a byproduct of what we thought previously, and that is what we are attracting. Don't be resistant to it, right? So now, so every challenge, now when we have a challenge in life, this is so common. We all psychologically, we feel so depressed over having so many challenges in life, right? Don't think a challenge is here to really limit yourself. Challenge is there to actually bring out that potential within you. Challenges are the great way, are the gateway to success, right? They're like a bridge. Every challenge that comes in, just think of, recall all those incidents that happened in your life, all the challenges. What was the outcome of that? You could have felt that that was a challenge that came in at that point. You might have felt very down at that point, but then what is the outcome? I'm sure you overcame it, right? And you would have learned something, right? Every challenge that we get comes to probably teach us a lesson, because because the universe is trying to, unless the a coal is really put into the fire and it's sharpened, it never becomes a diamond, isn't it? The universe wants us to become a diamond. So these challenges does come into our life just to bring out that inner potential that we have, because we think we are not worthy, or we think we really have those disempowering beliefs about ourselves. So every challenge that comes into our life does comes and teaches us a lesson, and it also is improving, striving to improve ourselves, right? So this quote, don't limit your challenges, challenges limit you. So because it's a challenge, that comes to us, we try to limit them, but then don't limit them. Every day we must strive for constant and never ending improvement. So every challenge that will come to us will improve us. So for example, I'll give you one of my examples. So when when I became a life coach, and when I started talking on public platforms, either on YouTube, I felt a bit nervous. I felt it's a bit challenging. But then every time I tried to compare myself from the previous session I did, what I saw is, I mean, it's a challenge for me, but then I see the improvement in every session to session. I'm trying to improve myself, right? So I've seen those improvements gradually. So likewise, every challenge come to us, but then, we are here to improve ourselves. So never say no to challenges. Let the challenge come in. Let's improve ourselves. So once we start improving ourselves, we are opening to new possibilities, new opportunities, the new doors that open to us. So just be mindful of that, friends. So every challenge comes in, it's let's welcome it rather than saying no. Let's welcome it. Let's see what this challenge is going to teach me today, right? So this is something we just have to bear in mind. Let the challenge comes in, and because I know the challenge, if let's affirm every challenge comes my way is a bridge to success. So let's affirm that way, and then you will see more and more doors of success opening to you. Gratitude, being grateful for everything. Gratitude is equivalent to abundance, which is 100% 200% correct. So what is gratitude then? Gratitude is something, it's an expression of feeling grateful. We know all about this. Gratitude is always something we speak about. Gratitude is feeling that expression, sending out that expression of having something, right? So once we start feeling grateful of what we have, once we start writing a gratitude list, the list never ends, because we have so much to be grateful about in life, right? So we once we start feeling grateful about the things that we have, what is the state of being? Just let's again think in the terms of state of being. You are in that elevated state of being. Being thankful to what you have. You're expressing that love, happiness, joy, isn't it? When you're in the state of gratitude. So once you're sending that signal out into the universe, again, you will start bringing in abundance into your life. So this is again very simple to follow, friends. I mean, you might not really think, oh, I don't have very much to be grateful about. But once you start writing your gratitude list, that list never ends. Be grateful for everything you have. You're talking, speaking, walking, you're breathing. Yeah, this is just, the list never ends. Being thankful to be under a roof, be thankful to the electricity, be thankful to the technology. I'm extremely grateful to the technology, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all. I mean, without technology, I don't think this would have happened. So expressing our gratitude to everything in life is so important. It's only through gratitude, we will, regardless of what situation you might be facing challenges in life, but again, when you start expressing gratitude, you can completely change that chemistry, chemically, biologically, and electromagnetically, because when the state of gratitude, you are in the higher state, elevated state of mind. You're sending out that signature to the universe saying, I'm very grateful. And also when you want to manifest something in life, just be just show gratitude that this when you are showing gratitude, that means the event has already taken place. So even there is something that you are trying to manifest, for example, a new job. Now today, express gratitude to the universe saying that thank you for my wonderful job, I'm extremely happy. When you say gratitude to something that you really want to manifest, when do we say gratitude? Only after the event has occurred, isn't it? But when you say gratitude in advance, what happens? You're sending that electromagnetic signature into the universe saying that I'm grateful to what I'm having. That means that event has already taken place. So you will, based on quantum physics, that event will manifest at some point in future, right? So this is something for you to really remember. Take every opportunity to help others. So, again, this is a wonderful principle to bring in abundance. So, every opportunity, take every opportunity to help others. We did talk about giving, but taking opportunity to help others. This is a beautiful quote I've put in saying that God has given us two hands, one to receive with and and the other to give with. So receiving with one hand and giving with another hand. It is so important that we kind of get into this loop of emotions, feelings, thoughts, and emotions. But then it's so important, whatever we have right now, be grateful about it and also take that opportunity to help others. Some people see the signs, some people might not even ask you that they want something, but just gauge it. You can sense it, you can feel it, right? Somebody does need a help. Take that opportunity. They don't might not ask you, but take that opportunity to help others. When you help others, what is the state of being again? Again, this feeling of happiness, joy, and contentment, right? So when you're feeling in that state of mind, what is happening? You're sending out that electromagnetic signature into the universe saying that I'm very happy. So what is happening to you? The universe is going to reflect back and say, okay, there are some more events in life you're going to have, which you are going to be grateful of, right? So again, abundance will flow into you once you are happy with what you have and you take that opportunity to help others. Alignment. The next principle that I want to talk about is alignment with divine inspiration. So being aligned with the divine inspiration. So when we start doing meditation, when we start being with our own self, we are with ourself, which is the divine. We know that we all are gods, we are the co-creators, right? So we are in alignment. So the source of divine is joy, right? The main source of divine is joy. So when we are in alignment with the divine, which is joy, right, through meditation and trying to practice meditation as much as we can, we would again, the divine is the infinite intelligence is trying to communicate to us in different ways when we are aligned to it. So alignment is really important. Alignment to the right frequency, alignment to the right vibrations. So we spoke about it last time, right? So this is something that's so important to remember. So alignment with the divine inspiration. Be in the alignment with the source. Source is divinity. Source is that infinite potential within ourselves through meditation. Once we are aligned through the divine, we would see, intuition, the many abilities that we develop within ourselves, like intuition, that's one of the, and sixth sense, and again, third eye. Not going very spiritual, but divine intuition, sixth sense. These are some of those abilities that we develop when we are within ourselves. And again, when we have developed these qualities within us, and also to look out is the universe. When we want something, or when we are connected to ourselves, the universe is always trying to communicate to us in the form of whispers, messages, numbers, synchronicities, and coincidences. So this is something so important. So this is where I said, when we are aligned to the divinity, or within us, what happens? The universe is always trying to communicate. So like I said, intuition is a good example. You'll have some sort of intuition within deep, okay, let me do this, right? So opportunities for you, right, to have abundance in your life. And then again, in universe tries to communicate in the form of whispers. could be when you're meditating, you could hear some whispers, or you can see some messages or numbers. Angels try to connect to you through numbers, right? Or even messages. And synchronicities is something, the coincidences, in other words, that happen to you, that that could that would happen to you when you know when you are in the form of when you are actually meditating, right? So this is something that is deep rooted within ourselves, and we just have to make sure that we are meditating to actually meditating in order to connect with the divine within ourselves. It only happens through meditation. And also look out for the universe, the communications from the universe, because it's always trying to tell you something. Because they say that if you want something, the universe is always conspiring to give you what you want, but you should have that receptive mind to listen to the universe. How do we listen? It's trying to communicate. It can be numbers, whispers, numbers. So I started seeing, whenever I want a message, I started seeing numbers, the angel numbers. So I got that as the messages I got through that numbers. So this is how it's trying to communicate. So again, synchronicities happens to you. Somebody might call you and tell you something, a message, might give you a message of something that you were thinking about, right? So this is something for you to again look out for, to create that again abundance in our life. And finally, you have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people to get what they want. So another principle to create abundance in life is, you will have everything in your life, right? Only if you can just help enough of other people to get what they want. So this is so important. We always operate, most of the people, because it's a competitive world, people operate from the source of lack, greed, and having no trust on other people. But if we can help other people to achieve what they want, right, then automatically we will get into that elevated state of being, and then abundance will always flow into our life. So helping others, we spoke about some of those abundance goals, where we said no more competition to cooperation. This is exactly what it is. So when we can help other people to achieve what they want, we help ourselves. We help ourselves to get what we want. So again, this is a wonderful way. Just look for opportunities, see if anybody needs any help, even without asking, because people might not even ask you, saying, oh, I needed this help. You look for opportunities. You trying to find every opportunity to help them. You can sense it, you can gauge it, you can get those vibes if somebody is really struggling or they are in need. These are opportunities, friends. Take those opportunities. The only way we can invite abundance is only through helping people. Help them to get to the stage, get them what they want. If we can help them, we can help ourselves to get what we want, right? It's all interrelated and interlinked. So, this is something we just need to remember. Look for those opportunities. Okay. That's the end of the presentation. Probably I can stop sharing the screen and ask if anybody has any questions today.
Govinda ji? Hello.
Any questions?
Someone raised their hand and sir, we have a little difficulty in hearing you.
Okay.
Hello.
That's fine. Probably we can. Any other question? Any questions on the YouTube by any chance? If not, we can do a quick meditation. Stupid, but that is not what it is. We are. We...
No, ma'am. There are no.
Okay. Then should we do a quick meditation?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
Will you play the music, madam?
I can do that, yeah. Okay. Let's all close our eyes. Are you able to hear the voice, ma'am?
I can hear your voice, but not the music, ma'am. It started and then it stopped.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's all close our eyes. Interlock our fingers and be with our breath. Let's invite abundance energies, relaxation energies. Let's invite Mavtar Babaji, archangels. Relax your body, relax your muscles, and be with your breath. Be with your breath. Focus on your in breath and your gentle out breath. Do not worry about any thoughts. Just be with your breath. Let's try and connect to our inner self. Focus on your in breath and your out. Let's forget who we are, our place, our name. Let's just be with our breath. Only through meditation we connect to a divinity within. Let's be with our breath. Let's be with our breath. No thoughts whatsoever. Let's be with our breath. Let's connect with the infinite intelligence within us. Last 2 minutes. Last 10 seconds. Let's all rub your palms or place on the palm and open your eyes.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful meditation. I just didn't want to come out. Maybe I thought I'm just going to trance. I had to keep myself.
Yeah, we were just on time, so I didn't want to take any longer.
Yeah, that was a lovely meditation. And I mean, the way you put it is very thought provoking. I mean, the importance of thanksgiving, being grateful, is the beginning or the seed for everything, where the universe really opens up its arms for you.
Mm.
And I truly believe that, because it's just like if we give something to someone, if they don't value it, we think twice. Why should we give them?
Yes,
And they take it for granted. So nothing is here is for granted. You have
exactly.
to earn. And the easiest way is to be grateful.
Yes,
And that's how the universe blesses us with every way. We just ask how to be surrender.
yes,
And and I like the way that you said accept challenges. Every small challenge may lead to something bigger. Or there is a lesson for us to learn. Maybe in a way that is erasing some karma for us
yes,
and making our life lighter.
absolutely.
That's abundance.
Yes,
It's a true abundance. And every opportunity is to be made use of.
absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah.
I
And
think in the COVID time, people have a lot of time because
yes,
traveling to work. But instead of complaining that they're getting bored, it is that time that they can make use of, because you will never get this much of time again once you
again,
start
never.
life. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So this is such a valuable time to make use of, do something that you're passionate about, or do something that you enjoy and you never had time, because we always complain that we don't have time. Now it is ample of time for you, more than enough time to do anything you want. So instead of complaining, I think if you put that energy into doing something that you're passionate about, surely there is something, there might be a door of opportunity that opens to you that you're passionate about and you've been wanting to do it, right? So this is
Yeah.
something that little things, if we can make changes to our life, I think, abundance is just a byproduct, wealth is just a
Yeah.
byproduct of abundance, feeling abundant all the time, that you got plenty, and money
Yes.
will obviously flow into you.
Yes. And being aligned with the divine inspiration. That
Yes,
means when you're aligned with the divine, you're already following the universal laws.
exactly. Yes, absolutely.
And
Komalji, do you have any questions? Eh,
Komalji,
that's fine. I think she's on mute.
I think I unmuted her, but I don't think she's able to unmute herself. Okay, ma'am. It was a nice session, and
Thank
we'll
you,
have
ma'am.
it yet another session next week, and I'm looking forward for that. And
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me here today. It's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yes, it's a
Thank you for the
pleasure for
opportunity.
every one of us because you're sharing so much of knowledge which everyone can use of.
Yeah.
And let us thank our Guru Pitama Patriji, Mahavatar Babaji, all the ascended masters, angels, archangels, and guardian angels, and all the abundance masters. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us this beautiful opportunity of sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, once again. Thank you.
See you next week.
See you all
And
next week.
time I'll contact you after.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome.
Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.